Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is the second part of general second order circuit video, and in this video primarily we'll be solving practice problem 8.9, and this is on the request of a student. Okay, so just let's recall. We'll be following these 6-7 steps, and these steps are actually going from left to right in this sequence. If you see or recall the time diagram that we had studied, this is t less than 0, this is t equal to 0, and in this we have actually two parameters. One is for t less than t equal to 0 minus, and then t equal to 0 plus. They are very close to 0. And then we go to the t greater than 0, and first of all in that we have the transient period. So we'll do the transient analysis, and then we'll go to the t infinity to find the final value, and then we compute the total response. So we'll study for t less than 0, then we'll go for t greater than 0, the transient. We'll study some of the parameters. For t greater than 0, characteristics equation, roots. Then we go to the natural response of the circuit, and we'll finally find the final values, and then we have the complete response. So let's proceed. This is the question. We have to determine V and I for t greater than 0 for this circuit. There is a current source. It is connected at t is equal to 0. Before that it is not connected. So let's start. For t less than 0 we have to find the initial condition. So for t less than 0 the circuit was disconnected from here, and it is in a stable state or steady state. So our circuit will look like this. This is disconnected, inductor will be shorted, and the capacitor will be open circuit. So at t less than 0 the circuit is in steady state, and V0 is 0 because there is no current flowing in the circuit. So this is an open circuit, so the voltage across this will be 0, and similarly the current through this I will be 0, or I 0 minus will also be 0. In the previous video I had explained that whenever we say V, we mean the voltage across the capacitor, and whenever we say just I, we mean the current through the inductor. So keep that point in mind. Okay, now we go to the next part 2. Okay, so first of all, at t is equal to 0 plus, the switch is closed, and the equivalent circuit will be figure B. So this is switch is closed, and this is the equivalent circuit for t equal to 0. Now two things we have to keep in mind. By the continuity of the capacitor voltage and inductor current, we have learned that the inductor current does not change instantaneously, and similarly capacitor voltage does not change instantaneously. So at immediately after switching on, or at t is equal to 0 plus, the voltage will remain same as it was at 0 minus. Therefore V0 plus will also be 0, and similarly I0 plus current does not change instantaneously, so this current will also be equal to I0 minus is equal to 0. And now we have to find this parameter dV0 dt or di0 dt as required. So to get dV0 dt, we use this formula C dV dt is I. I is equal to C dV dt, and from here dV dt is IC over C. So we have to find IC first of all, and applying KCL at node A. Now at this node A, this current is now IC 0 positive, and this current is I0 positive. So we can say that the 3 ampere current is dividing into two branches. So 3 ampere is equal to IC0 positive plus I0 positive. And now since I0 positive was 0 from here, so we put that as 0, and therefore IC0 positive is 3 ampere. So now that we know IC0 positive, we can find dV0 dt. So from here IC is C dV dt, or dV dt is IC over C. And so at T0 plus, this will become dV0 plus dt, this one. dV0 plus over dt, IC is 3 and C is 1 over 20. So we get the value equal to 60 volts per second. Okay. Now the third step is we obtain the transient response for the circuit by turning off the source. So this is important. In case of a general second order circuit, we have to turn off the source. So the source has been turned off, and the current source is turned off by removing it, by open circuiting it. So we have done that, and now we have to get the second degree equation, then the characteristics equation, and roots from that. So applying KCL at node A, now you can see this node A, current I and current IC, they are in opposite direction. So we can write that I is equal to minus IC, and so this is C dV dt, C is 1 over 20 dV dt, and therefore I is minus 1 over 20 dV dt. This is our equation number 4. And now we apply KVL to get the second degree equation. So KVL we write from here, minus V, so minus V plus 10 IC, minus 10 IC, because of this current there will be positive at the top and negative at the bottom. So we are going from here, so negative will come first. So we'll write negative 10 IC, and then going from here, this current touching here first, so this will be positive, and the other side negative. So we'll write positive 4I, and then this is positive 2 into di dt, that is L di dt. So this is a voltage here, voltage VL is L di dt. So we are writing 2 di dt. Okay, now putting IC is equal to minus I from here, we get this term all in terms of I, and now we put the value of I which we got from here. So because we want to go, we want to get the differential term for second degree, so we have put in this value, we have put in this value, and then we solve, we differentiate this. Okay, so minus V, this is this term, and this one we have double differential, so it will be 2 over 20 d square V dt square equal to 0. So this is a second degree equation now. We'll arrange it. So removing the minus sign, and this is a more proper form of the second degree equation or second order equation. And now if we so we were here, we replace dV dt by S, so converting into S domain, this will become S square, this is 7S, and this will become 10. And from here we can factorize, so we get these two factors. And so the two roots are now S1 is minus 2 and S2 from here is minus 5. Okay, now we get the natural response, and the natural response equation is U natural is A e raised to the power S1t plus B S2t S1 and S2 we know here, so we'll put that value. So this is the natural equation. And A, B are unknown here, so we have to find that later on. Okay, now let's come to the final or steady state at t is equal to infinity. And so at the source is connected for a very long time now. We are at t is equal to infinity, so the inductor will now be short circuit and the capacitor will again be open circuit. And if you want to arrange this circuit, we can redraw it. This current here, and then this line, and then this here. So this will be easy for us to write the voltage. So the steady state response, or VSS, is equal to V infinity. So this voltage actually we are trying to find, and what will be this voltage? Whatever is the drop in this area, in this line. So that will come across the open circuit, and the drop here will be this current 3 multiplied by 4, 12. So 12 volts. So 3 multiplied by 4, 12 volt is our V infinity or V steady state. So we have found the natural value and we have found the steady state response. So we can find the complete response now, which is V transient or V natural plus V steady state, or same for the current. So the complete response in our case will be VSS is 12, we have got from here, and V transient or V natural we got this equation in the previous slide. So this is the complete solution. Now what is left is to find the value of A and B. So this was the equation. Now how do we find the value of A and B, as we have been doing in the previous slides? First of all, we will put t is equal to 0. So to determine this, we put t is equal to 0 in equation 8. So this will become V0, 12, A and B, because e raised to the power 0 is 1. Here e raised to the power 0 is 1. Now V0 we found already, V0 minus or V0 plus, both were 0. So we write that as 0. 12 plus A plus B. So A plus B is equal to minus 12. So this we got one equation. The another equation we will get by differentiating this and equating equal to 0. So let's do that. So taking the derivative of this equation, so taking derivative we get these terms. I hope you can do that. Taking the derivative of this, so minus 2 e raised to the power minus 2t. And now we'll put t is equal to 0 here. So at t is equal to 0, this will become dv0 dt, and this will become minus 2a and minus 5a. We have already calculated this value in the second step. We will put that value here. This was calculated to be 60 volts per second. So we'll plug in this value. So 60 this, and so we get the second equation. 2a plus 5b is minus 60. So we have two equations now, 9 and 11, and with this we can solve. So 9 and 11, and we can solve then just I have shown here. Simply we just multiplied this by 2, and then subtracting we get b is equal to minus 12. So I'm sure you can solve it. So b is equal to minus 12, and if you put b is equal to minus 12, from here a becomes 0. So a is 0 and b is minus 12. So now we plug in these values into the complete solution we had. So this was the complete solution, putting the value of a is 0. So the answer is 12, 1 minus e raised to the power minus 5 t vt. So this is the vt. Now the question is also asked to find the current IT. So for that we'll again go to the our circuit here, and we refer to this figure B to obtain I. From this we know 3 is equal to I plus IC. So we'll use this formula. So 3 is equal to IC plus I, or I is equal to 3 minus IC, Applying the KCL at node A figure, we had found this relation I is equal to IC is equal to this and this value. So for IC, we'll plug in this value here. So for IC, it is 1 over 20 dV dt. And now what we have to do is take the differential of V. So this is our V. This, or from here we can write this. So differential of this, and solving, we find minus 12 into this term. I am sure you can do this. First term will be 0. So differential of the second term. And so we get 3 minus 3 e raised to the power minus 15, because this will be 12 multiplied by 560 divided by 20 will give 3, and so this is the final answer. So I hope this gives you an understanding as to how to solve this general second order equations. If you think this video has been of use to you, please share it with your friends. Thank you.